Before Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey hits theaters in a couple of weeks, I'm giving you my thoughts on every single film in Christopher Nolan's filmography. Today, I'm talking about Inception. After coming off of the very successful Dark Knight, Christopher Nolan followed it up with one of his most unique and celebrated ideas to date, Inception. Inception continues to be easily one of Nolan's most inventive and unique ideas that he has ever done. Essentially pulling off a heist film in a world of dreams, basically like the idea of breaking into a person's mind to implant an idea in them. And that's such a absolutely unique concept that no one had ever seen or done before. No one will probably ever do anything like it again. It is just purely Christopher Nolan, something that genuinely only he could pull off, and he does it brilliantly. I think this is one of my favorite Christopher Nolan films, and just everything about it is brilliantly executed. The cast here is absolutely fantastic. Leonardo DiCaprio is phenomenal in the lead. Tom Hardy and Joseph Gordon-Levitt are great supporting characters. I love both of their roles, especially Tom Hardy is really, really great in here. But Leonardo DiCaprio especially really impresses me every single time I go back to this movie. He's a character that he's an extremely interesting character because they don't really reveal much about him until much later in the movie. You know that something bad clearly happened. He has a past that he deeply regrets and he's haunted by, and he's running from. He's trying to fix it, and he will do anything to get back to his normal life, which is what leads to the plot of this film. His whole motivation in the entire movie is just pulling off this job so he can get back home and be with his kids again. And he just brings a lot of really great emotional depth to this character that has a truly tragic past that makes you root for him, makes you want to see him succeed. And when everything is revealed about him, you genuinely, you understand all of his decisions throughout the film. When he brings in Ariadne, the new person on their team, you understand why he's doing what he's doing to protect her. He has, like I said, he's got a past that he made a lot of mistakes in that he's constantly regrets and is running from, and he doesn't want to see her make those same mistakes. And it makes the dynamic between them and their relationship very interesting to watch. In my Dark Knight review, I said that the opening scene of that film was one of my favorite scenes in Nolan's filmography. This film has another one of my favorite opening scenes. And I just think the opening of this film is, like the rest of the movie, brilliantly done. It throws you right into the middle of the action. They're instantly trying to pull off a heist, pull off a scheme on this character, and it doesn't immediately jump into exposition. It doesn't try to over-explain anything. It just trusts the audience and allows them to try and put the pieces together themselves before explaining how it all actually works. And I think it's instantly intriguing and exciting, and it's just a great opening. I think this movie easily has some of the best action and a couple of the best sequences in Nolan's entire filmography. I think especially when you get into the third act and you have the spinning hallway fight, the Penrose steps, the van free falling off of the bridge, all of that entire sequence is amazingly done. The music, Hans Zimmer's score here is once again absolutely phenomenal, especially the track Time that plays at the very end. I love that track. but all of it is very well done, and it's just awesome to see how it all plays out, the different levels of the dream all playing out at different times. It's really cool to see. Another obvious thing to mention with this film is the practical and the visual effects. It still blows my mind how many things Christopher Nolan was able to pull off in this film through practical effects and without using CGI. The fact, like when I watched this movie knowing that that spinning hallway was a real set that they built and they avoided using CGI like that, that just, it blows my mind even more. Even if they had used CGI to create it, it would still be an amazing scene. But the fact that I watch it knowing that it was done practically is mind-blowing. And equally as impressive are the visual effects, the way that they create the dream worlds, how they show worlds folding in on themselves, and just the pure physics of it all. It looks phenomenal. And another thing that I just really love about this film, I kind of touched on it earlier, but the fact that it doesn't over-explain and it kind of leaves you asking questions. It's constantly intriguing you more and more and leaving you on the edge of your seat with a new question about how it all works, how the different worlds work, how they're able to pull off these schemes. The fact that it doesn't just over-explain itself through exposition, I think is well done. Especially through the end, obviously, when you see the top, and Nolan purposefully left it ambiguous for everyone to discuss whether the top fell or if it stayed up. Is Cobb dreaming or not? The way that he ends it, I think, is brilliant. I think if I had to pick like a mixed or negative aspect of this film, I would just say it is more on the confusing side when it comes to Nolan's films. I think after seeing it several times now, I'm really able to pick up on it, and I still catch new things even now after seeing it like multiple times over the years. But I do remember not being quite as high on it when I saw it for the very first time, simply because I wasn't quite able to fully understand it as easily and wasn't able to pick up on everything. So I think, like, if I were to talk to someone and say they didn't fully love it because they were very confused, number one, I would just recommend that they watch it a couple more times. But I would, at the same time, kind of understand where they're coming from. But overall, I love this movie. It is one of my favorite movies in Christopher Nolan's filmography. What do you think of Inception? Let me know down in the comments below. Stay tuned for the rest of my Christopher Nolan reviews coming in the next couple weeks. If you're new here, my name is Jesse. I talk about movies and TV all the time here on my channel, reviews, rankings, that sort of thing. If you're into that, subscribe so you never miss out on any new content. Like this video and keep watching movies.